Hello, friends, and welcome to something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, which is tier ranking my music by vibe. So I figured we'd start with my first album, and we'll go song by song, and we'll assign it to a tier that I think most closely matches its vibe. So we'll just go over our tiers. We've got Drunk on Laughter, High on Love. These are songs where it's very positive, very happy, very celebratory. We're not really angsting too much. A New Hope. These are songs that have a strong undercurrent of optimism or hope, thus, A New Hope. Yearn. These are songs that I'm very much yearning, maybe angsting a little bit in. There's a lot of desire happening. That is an interesting idea. These are songs that less have an emotional resonance and more I'm kind of presenting an idea or something like that. I don't know if it'll make sense, but maybe it will. He's straight, but I'm a writer. These are songs where I'm singing about a boy in my life who's straight that I have a crush on. But screw that because I'm a creative person and we can have a fictional relationship if I want us to. It's bleak. These are songs where it's bleak. And then the last tier is Who Hurt You. I honestly don't know if any of the songs on this record are going to make it into It's Bleak and Who Hurt You. Because this is honestly, Wild is a pretty positive record. Yeah. And there's some overlap in these categories. Listen, a lot of these songs could go into multiple categories. I'm just picking the one that I think kind of most resonates. Okay, let's get started. I don't know why my face is hanging out here because I feel like that's gonna cut into some of the songs, but let's do it. Okay, the first song on the record is Find It. This is tricky. This is tricky because Find It could go in several categories. It could go into Yearn, and it could go into He's Straight, but I'm a Writer. I'm going to put it in Yearn because this song wasn't really about anyone in particular. It was more about me wanting a certain kind of relationship and lifestyle and asking that question of where can I find it? So I'm going to put that into Yearn. I think it's solid there. You Love Me. I'm now realizing a lot of songs on this record are both Yearn and He's Straight, but I'm a Writer. I'm going to put this one into Yearn. I have a feeling a lot of songs off this record are going to end up in Yearn. Um, yeah, because You Love Me is kind of a similar vibe to Find It. It was me saying, this is what I want. I'm not experiencing it, but I have this idealized version of gay love and romance in my head, and I really want that. So I'm going to put it into Yearn. Oh boy, I know exactly where Oh boy is going, and it's going into He's Straight, but I'm a Writer. um, this song was inspired by this guy, and I had met him at summer camp, like a film camp, and then I ran into him at a pizza place like a year and a half later, and we had this repartee, and I kind of felt like there were vibes, and we started texting, and he did admit that he was like, I'm bi curious, and I was like, okay. Um, and nothing ended up happening, but and I think he ended up being like, actually, I think I'm straight. Love it. So Oh Boy fits into He's Straight, but I'm a Writer. Okay, Soldier. Where is Soldier gonna go? I originally, when I made this tier list, I think I had one that was like making the best of a bad situation, and that is where Soldier would go. Soldier, I was actually inspired by the Divergent books and movies, especially the first one. This is tricky. This is really tricky. I'm gonna put, okay, this is a really controversial choice in my mind. I'm gonna put Soldier into It's Bleak because the whole concept of the song is these two lovers and they're kind of being like hunted, and there's literally like weapons litter the floor, there's a pounding on the door. What's the line in the second verse? Something about like dead of night, faces bathed in electric light. Someone's going to correct me that that lyric is incorrect in the comments. But I think even though it's a yearning, maybe hopeful song, I do think it's bleak. So we're going to put it into It's Bleak. All right. Cracks knuckles. I actually can't crack my knuckles. Where's Maid going? I'm gonna put Maid into Yearn. I cannot put Maid into He's Straight But I'm a Writer because the guy in question was bisexual. Let me tell you, it's one kind of pain to be rejected by a straight man. It's another kind of pain to be rejected by a gay or bisexual man. Because at least when a straight guy rejects you, it's like, well, he's straight. But when someone who's not straight rejects you, it's like, well, he doesn't like you. And that stings. So I'm going to put that into Yearn. Bandana Boy. I want to put Bandana Boy into Drunk on Laughter, High on Love. I do. I do, but okay. I might. See, now I'm like, if I put all the songs into Yearn, even though Bandana Boy, I think, could fit into Yearn. Bandana Boy is written about the same person that Maid is written about. I don't know if y'all know this. I don't think I've spoken on this before, but it is. I have to put it into Yearn. Because it's a happy song, but it's not happy. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't writing this song about a relationship I was in. I was writing the song about a relationship I wanted to be in. So we have to yearn. To Us could easily go into Drunk on Laughter, High on Love, but I actually find this song kind of melancholic because it's all about nostalgia and the past and a little bit looking to the future. So I'm going to put this song into A New Hope because I don't think it is carefree enough to be in Drunk on Laughter, High on Love. FAME, I'm going to put that into That Is an Interesting Idea because this song really isn't about me or my life. It was my meditation at 17 years old on what I thought being famous might be like, especially the darker sides of fame. It was me thinking about that, thinking, this is something I really want. And it comes with a lot of really positive aspects, but also some negative aspects. So I'm going to put that into That Is an Interesting Idea because it is an interesting idea. It's a meditation on fame. FAME. Boom. Equinox. Equinox, it's bleak. It's bleak. I could put it into Hurt You, but it's really not about me. But it's Romeo and Juliet on a farm. We've got domestic violence. We've got suicide. I don't think it can go in anywhere except it's bleak because it's bleak. It's very bleak. Equinox, one of my favorite songs I've ever written, came up with the idea in math class in high school. And we're putting it into It's Bleak. Okay, Home Again. Originally inspired by the Reese Witherspoon movie Home Again, but then I was dating this guy for 2 weeks until he dumped me, and I kind of finished writing it about him. He smelled like rotting fruit. Now he's in like law school. Fuck that. Okay. Where am I gonna put Home Again? See, if I was gonna rank it based on how I feel about it now, it's bleak. It's bleak. And you know what? I'm gonna put it into It's Bleak because as much as this is a yearning song and a beautiful love story, my my lived experience, I have a hard time separating the pain and rejection and longing that I felt, which was really quite depressing as a young gay person, seeing other people be in relationships, being happy, being in love, and not feeling like I could have that myself. And sometimes, I write a lot of music about things I want to experience because I think it's kind of a practice in meditation or manifestation. And I generally like to think about exciting and pleasurable things that I would like to experience and think about them and how nice it would be to have them. But sometimes it's depressing because you're like, I'm not currently living this. So for that reason, Home Again. It's bleak. Checkmate. It's so funny. I thought there were going to be so many songs from this record that were going to be in Drunk on Laughter, High on Love, and A New Hope. But I'm actually kind of realizing there's a lot of yearning. There's a little bit of bleak. There's some hope. I think this record reads as a very happy record to the listener, but I'm biased ranking it because I know how I felt at the time and since. Okay, Checkmate. Checkmate is going to go into A New Hope because I wrote Checkmate when I was in high school, and there were a couple other people in my school who were musicians. One person in particular I was extremely jealous of. She was able to like record in a studio, and she was just generally a lot cooler or perceived as cooler than I was. And so it seemed like a lot more people were rooting for her. And she played a show at this venue that I was really jealous of. Like, I didn't have enough friends to fill that venue. Um, so I felt really booted to the curb, less than. So, Checkmate was me saying, bitch, I deserve to be here. I'm going to fight for my place. Have fun pushing me to the side. Okay, the one. I'm going to put the one into A New Hope. Um, Slightly ashamed. No, I'm not ashamed because it inspired me at the time. This song was originally inspired by the first Fantastic Beasts movie. When I saw it in theaters, Queenie, and I forget the Muggle guy's name, but for some reason their relationship really inspired me to ideate this song. Okay, Wild. Where's Wild going? See, Wild is hopeful. Wild is yearning. Wild is also bleak. And also, who hurt you? You know what I mean? Like, Wild is about coming out as gay and losing friends and losing people who were friends and who at times were like interested in you, and like the pipeline of straight men experimenting with gay men to being uber straight then is an interesting pipeline. And that's a little bit what this song is about too, kind of one person in particular, but also a couple people. I feel so bad putting such like heartfelt and beautiful work into like it's bleak. And it does have a hopeful ending, but again, that was something I wanted, not something I was living. I'm really agonizing about this. I'm gonna put this into Urine, even though it probably belongs in It's Bleak. Just because. And then celebration song, gotta go into Drunken Laughter, High on Love. It's an earth appreciation, we love life bop. Um, and I think I originally wrote that song. I was really stressed out. I was doing like college applications and putting out, working on making this album. And I was feeling kind of depressed. And I think I needed to remind myself that the sun shines every day, even when it's cloudy or cloudy, as I think I say on the record. And that's wild. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. So, Drunken Laughter, High on Love, we've got Celebration Song, absolutely. In A New Hope, we've got To Us, Checkmate, and The One. I think that works. Yearn, we've got Find It, You Love Me, Made, Bandana Boy, and Wild. I think that works. That's an interesting idea. FAME. He's straight, but I'm a writer. Oh boy. I really thought more songs were going to end up in that category. And then it's Bleak, Soldier, Equinox, Home Again. It's weird that Home Again's in that category, but that's kind of how I feel about it. So that is my tier ranking of my first album, Wild. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know if this was the best content, but I just wanted to do this. So thank you for indulging me. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to do this for my second album, The Way Out. And I'm going to do it for my EP, Boy Meets Boy. So stay tuned. And thanks for watching. Oh, and I totally forgot to say, I should have said this up front. My new song, On Your Mind, is out. Go listen to it. And also, if you're not already, join my email list. It's called Robin's Nest. And I send out intimate details about my life and my music that I don't share on social media. So you can join it in the description or by going to robintuckermusic.com. Thank you for coming to my ASMR channel. What else can I make ASMR with? The sponge I used to get cat hair off my furniture. Okay, I think that's enough. Lots of love to you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.